election as Audley Shaw exits the political arena at the end of his current term. Shaw, who has been the parliamentary representative for the constituency since 1993, told Laborites at a local conference at Christiana High School on Sunday that he will not be seeking re-election. In the same breath, he endorsed the councillor for the Craighead division, Omar Miller, to succeed him as the JLP's candidate and prospective Member of Parliament, indicating at the same time that he could not do otherwise. Shaw told the gathering, which ran simultaneously with a joint JLP constituency conference for Portland Eastern and Portland Western, that he thought, long and hard, about the decision. He said Miller, who has been a councillor for almost 14 years, took over from his father in the division. So him and his father have served in the parish council for the Craighead division for a total of 35 years. I ask you now, why wouldn't I support Omar to take over from me? Omar and his father combined in this council are longer than my 31 years as Member of Parliament, said Shaw, arousing applause from supporters. I can tell you, as a Member of Parliament, Omar has been totally supportive of me and learning at my feet. He has learnt well, and something would be wrong with me if I did not support Omar as Member of Parliament. I hope that what I've said has been well received by you. God is good. He has made me serve the people of Northeast Manchester for over 31 years. Time come now for me to move it on to somebody else, and I'm moving it on to Omar Miller, said Shaw. Upstaged. But his endorsement of Miller was upstaged by political aspirant Hydron Mikulski, the principal of Holmwood Technical High School. Mikulski was a candidate for the JLP in the February 2016 general election, contesting the Manchester Southern seat. In an unsigned statement released publicly on Sunday, which appeared to be on Mikulski's behalf, Laborites were told that the principal would be absent from the conference because he had not been officially informed of it. He was never invited to be a part of the planning meetings or to attend the conference. We believe that such a conference would have been the ideal opportunity to have the two aspirants be presented to the people of northeastern Manchester by the Member of Parliament, and they be given an opportunity to share their plans for the development of the constituency, the statement said. It said the absence of this may be interpreted as the constituency-based planners following through on a deliberate plan to keep Mikulski away from the workers and voters of the constituency. It said Mikulski had been working in the constituency, creating life-changing opportunities for the youths, the middle-aged, and the elders of the constituency. We were made to understand that the MP may move D to endorse one of the aspirants at the conference as his preferred choice for Member of Parliament. Team Mikulski is not deterred by such move as the party's constitution does not automatically accept endorsed individuals as its constituency standard bearers and candidates, it said. Yesterday, Mikulski said he could not immediately comment when contacted by the Gleaner because he was in a meeting. Meanwhile, Miller said he was advised by the JLP Secretariat that the process has to run its course and that he should avoid interviews. Michael Stern, the deputy leader of Area Council 3, which comprises Manchester, St. Ann and Clarendon, told the Gleaner yesterday that 2 applications have been submitted for the ticket so far, but no decision has been made. He said the constitution of the party will be followed in determining who succeeds Shaw. Endorsements will be happening once people go out and show their faces to the people. We won't get involved in who endorses who. We cannot do that, and that is not how elections run, he said, stressing that there is a process for candidate selection. He said it is a model embraced by both the JLP and the opposition People's National Party (PNP). We do polling. We do other things, and then you check to see who is the best person and then you submit it to the Operations Committee meeting and the leader will review along with the General Secretary. So, it's a process. 2 candidates are vying for the seat and anybody can endorse who they want, said Stern. He said what is taking place is a jostle for support. Major blow. A major fire on Ashenheim Road in St. Andrew on Monday has left millions of dollars in damage, destroying 90% of Pure Ice Factory's assets and all of the inventory Azens Supercenter was storing for its Cross Road branch with the crucial Christmas season fast approaching. Speaking with the Gleaner as he stood outside the warehouse blanketed by thick black smoke, a dispirited general manager Kamal Azan said the losses would be a great setback for Azan's supercenter, but he is confident of a bounce back. This is a huge loss. We have most of our products in for Christmas that were here in storage, so this is a major blow, he said. You can look at the devastation. It's tough. He expressed relief, however, that there were no casualties. Everybody made it out. There was no loss of life, and that's the most important thing, and with God's grace, we will rebuild, he added, noting that the warehouse employed roughly 30 people. I have a lot of families that depend on me. We employ over 250 people and their families depend on the jobs that they have with us, so it is important to ensure that we come back and come back strong, Azan said. Jeffrey Moss Solomon, a shareholder at the neighboring Pure Ice factory, said the fire consumed the majority, if not all, of the company's manufacturing assets, inventory, and storage assets. At the same time, he, too, was grateful that there was no loss of life or injuries. But it is going to be tremendously difficult to recover from. Thank God, we are a company in good standing. We have insurance, but it still does not mean we are going to be back quickly, he told the Gleaner. We have a lot of obligations to our shareholders, employees, customers. It's going to be very hard to recover, but we will do what we have to do and come back bigger and better because we are the main ice producer in the island, Moss Solomon said. Asked how the fire will impact the company's Christmas operations, he said, it is still very early stages to say what will happen. We have to wait until the dust settles because there can be damage that is not visible to the eyes. He estimated the fire damage to be at least 90%, but noted that the company has already kick-started the recovery process by contacting suppliers and sourcing quotes. Azan told the Gleaner that he heard that the fire reportedly started after sparks were seen on a nearby light post. Unfortunately, the reports are that there was a gash on the light pole, and then the warehouse manager called and said that there was a fire in the warehouse, and by the time we came down, the place was engulfed, he said. However, Winsome Callum, Director of Corporate Communication at the Jamaica Public Service, said that while the power company had received reports of the fire, there has so far been no report linking JPS to the incident. Senior Superintendent Patrick Gooden, Divisional Commander of the Kingston and St. Andrew Division of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, JFB, also indicated that the JFB did not receive any such information. Callum, however, added, after the fire started, JPS was called to assist the fire department by making the area safe for them to respond. This is a routine part of our operations. We provide support to first responders in situations like this. She said the JPS would be looking into the claim of sparks on a light pole. The fire, which reportedly began sometime after 1 p.m., raged for hours as the thick black smoke, coupled with the pungent smell of burning plastic, filled the air. Gooden said 7 units with 65 firefighters responded to the fire. He said after receiving a call at 1:28 p.m., the first unit arrived to find both facilities already engulfed in flames. There were challenges with respect to the volumes of water coming from the hydrants. All the hydrants along this corridor, the volume of water coming was extremely low, which is not helpful to us in this operation, so we had to go as far as Mandela Highway to get water, so that would have hampered the operation, he said. Bartlett downplays